Thank you for listening to this Belly Up Sports Podcast Network product. Some said we go belly up, so we made it our name, and we're still here.
Call yourselves Title Town? Are you kidding me?
That's fraud.
It feels like a gray area.
Spoiler alert, Canada. Cup's coming back to the US of A.
There's way too much negative stigma attached to strippers.
I hate you guys so much.
My dog just shit his ass.
Hey, everybody, what is going on? It is Wednesday night. That means it is time for another edition of Craft Brewed Sports. That's right. I said Wednesday night. I don't care, Scott. It's exactly I planned on doing from the start. I was like, let's roll like it's Wednesday and just act like we didn't have to miss last night. And that's what I was planning on powering through until I see you laughing on mute, and it shook me. Yes, it is a thirsty Thursday edition of Craft Brewed Sports, but it feels like Wednesday night because this week is taking forever. I am Mike. With me, as always, is Scott. Scott, how you feeling, man?
I'm feeling pretty good. This week is taking forever, but I was like, bullshit. He said it's Wednesday. Got to stop reading the teleprompter, man.
He's going. I get on autopilot sometimes.
Oh, I know. That's why it was good. I was just like, man, you're just used to it. But as soon as you said Wednesday, I'm like, let's go.
Oh shit. Good to see you here, man. It's been a while since we've done a Thursday show, man.
It's been like 2 weeks. We had to do a Thursday show. We had to do a Thursday show not that long ago. But before that, it had been a while. Do you listen to the show?
No.
Why would you listen to a show that you're on?
I do this and then I forget about it until the next Wednesday until it's like, oh wait, it's actually Thursday. Oh well, whatever.
Oh, this is the best open to this show ever.
Well, it's good to see you, man. Happy Wednesday. Also hanging out is Drew. Mookie, how you feeling, man?
I ain't working 2 more fucking days this week, so you can call whatever day you want, but like I got 1 left in me, so that's where I'm at right now.
That's a solid take.
I'm actually, you know what? That's a fair one. Veterans Day. Thank you for your service to all of our veteran listeners, especially
Matt Barr.
Tiffy's Matt Barr. Cheers, everybody. We got an awesome show for you guys tonight. I'm fixing the college football playoff committee tonight. I'm going to do that. Plus, there's some expansion talk going on. Cam Newton back with the Panthers. Odell finding a landing spot in the Rams, maybe? I don't know. I'm kind of confused on that. Plus, Scott is very upset with Scott Boras. We'll talk douche. About that. We'll talk about that. Before we do all that, though, let's talk about these beers that we are drinking tonight. Scott, what is in your mug? And rate it on whatever scale you want. Rate it on the week scale from Wednesday to Thursday.
Wednesday to Thursday. Okay. I'm drinking a pumpkin beer because pumpkin beers don't stop. Pumpkin beers don't give a damn what time of year it is, and that's how I roll. So this week I am drinking Replacement Killer Roasted Pumpkin Ale. And I got this one mostly because it was a pumpkin ale, but it also had caramelized brown sugar in the description, and since I just fucked up the pronunciation of sugar, I got no leg to stand on, so I'm just gonna keep it moving. On the scale of Wednesday to Thursday, this is 5 o'clock on a Wednesday.
Very nice. I don't know if that's good or bad, but that's good.
Neither, but you're off work and it's 5 o'clock, so you're probably drinking. It's pre-show time, baby. It's pre-show Wednesday.
Pre-show Wednesday is that's a good time of the week. Pre-show Wednesday is that's when things start kicking up, and it's like I got to get in the right headspace. I got to a couple highlights to get ready for this.
Right. So it's not peak pumpkin, but it's good. Like, it's interesting. I rarely say that about pumpkin beers because there's usually no in between. It's usually good or awful. So I'm interested to see how this one sticks it out.
All right, good.
Who the fuck wants to drink a beer that's interesting? That's like saying, well, my friend's got a really good personality. She's interesting. Oh, fuck that shit. You want to hear she's hot.
Drew, what are you drinking tonight? Rate it on the week scale from Wednesday to Thursday.
I'm drinking Sabro Hop Down from Ol's Brewing Company in Boulder, Colorado. Coming in at a lower end 3.74 caps on Untapped with 6% ABV. I mean,
was it
it's
you
good.
rating it again this week from
No,
your past
I mean,
experience? Like,
I'll probably end up there because I don't know how the fuck to rate it in terms of like days of the week. Like, it's a really
from
good
Wednesday
beer.
to Thursday, not days of the week. From Wednesday to Thursday, that's the rating scale. Get it right.
Okay, I'm gonna rate it then a Wednesday at like 10 p.m. because usually by that point I'm a little sauced, feeling good about the show, still riding that buzz, haven't quite set in that I have to go to sleep to wake up and work 48 more hours, but like again, feeling good. We'll see how it pans out. So Wednesday at 10 p.m.
That's a good one.
This might be my favorite scale ever.
Yeah, this is a pretty good off-the-cuff scale that we came up with tonight, fellas. Tonight, I am drinking Galactic Tiki Bar from Four Noses Brewing out in Colorado. It is a delicious IPA, a nice, hazy, juicy IPA. I like this one a lot. So I would give this one like a Wednesday at 8 p.m., like right as the show goes live. I still have high hopes for good things happening. It hasn't let me down yet. It hasn't derailed everything. And it's like, all right, things are going to go well. This is the one that pops off. And we'll see if it really is, or if it ends up being the Wednesday at midnight when I'm just sad and editing alone in the living room trying to stay awake. We'll see. I don't know. Let us know in the comments.
How is that different than other weeknights?
Well, I mean, it's because
the other weeknights he's just not editing. He's sad and alone. Not editing.
Oh, please, Scott, you need to sit there and tell me there's not like numerous director's takes of like all the shows on his laptop somewhere.
Oh, I mean, I'm not saying there isn't. It was just the rest of the nights of the week. He's not bothering with them. He's just sitting there sad and alone, probably drinking.
Sounds like a good life.
That's
about right. That's about fair. Scott, should we do some overreactions to start off the show tonight? You want to do NFL overreactions?
Holy God, yes. Let's do it. Get the intro.
All right, here we go. Football time. All right, Scott, why don't you lead us off? You are very excited for NFL overreactions. It's your favorite part of the week. So on a Thursday now, as we get into the next NFL week, what is your overreaction from last week in the NFL?
From last week, Wednesday to today, Thursday. The NFC West is garbage. Oh, my God. Remember when the NFC West had 4 undefeated teams? God, that seems like a minute ago. The NFC West is trash.
Okay, but are they still trash with the news that Odell Beckham may be going to the Rams? Because I'm still not sure. Like, I saw the tweet.
That's actually why. That's like why I cemented them as trash. This is a late addition to being trash because I was like, oh, Odell Beckham, wherever he goes nothing. Goes so you were football. So yeah, Rams just screwed themselves. They sealed their fate.
You think this is going to be what what does the Rams in? Like this is the official nail in the coffin. Is Odell going to LA and Sean McVay is going to get cucked by his wife and Odell Beckham Jr. is going to ruin the franchise?
And he's probably going to film the cucking. the cuckening. They'll call it. That'll be on the secondhand market. The cuckening, starring Sean McVay, filmed by Odell Beckham. Yeah, I think the Rams are screwed, and the rest of the division is hot garbage.
I mean, that is a really terrible division. Like, what sounded like a good division to start the year is really just
on paper looked amazing. It was like, oh man, it's gonna be another gauntlet. Just 4 good teams might get all 4. This is gonna be a year. All 4 of the teams in the division gonna make the playoffs. I don't know how mathematically it works, but somehow it's gonna happen. Dog shit. At this point, Arizona's gonna make it because somebody has to win, and they're gonna get summarily beaten in the first round by the bye week. The Niners are the worst, though, losing to a Colt McCoy-led Arizona Cardinals for fuck's sake. Like, I felt terrible because I really like James Conner. Like, I like his story. Obviously, beat cancer and all that. One of my texts in my anger was, James Conner has 3 fucking touchdowns. Like 3 years ago, cancer almost took him. What the fuck is happening?
I mean, I think that's
I know. I felt horrendous about it. Like, I didn't feel good about it. But that's what in the heat of the moment is just like, Jesus, man.
What's there to feel bad about? I mean, come on.
I mean, it was facts, but also like really shitty to like state. Like, you don't bring up like, you should be really lucky to have scored 3 touchdowns today because you almost died a few years ago. Like, this is not something you say.
Scott, I got to be honest. I fully expect that text from Drew. I do not expect that text coming from you.
Right. I felt out of character. I felt awful hitting send, but then I got over it. But it was a rough weekend, man. NFC West is trash.
Are they? Well, yeah. I mean, they really are. Drew, you're saying no? You don't think they're trash?
No, I think Scott needs to just stop beating himself up, man. Like, just ease up a little bit. Like, it's okay.
Overreactions, baby.
Drew, what do you got as an overreaction?
Okay, I see. So your overreaction of feeling bad about the James Conner comment is part of the bit. I got it. All right, cool.
There's no bit. The NFC West is trash.
I mean, if that's what you think, as long as Matty Stafford keeps putting those fantasy points, I really don't give a shit what happens. So
now that Odell's there, I would trade him now. Trade him now. He's at his peak. Everybody's gonna be like, oh man, now he got Odell too. He's gonna this is the time before he trashes it. Go ahead and trade him. Trade him for a king's ransom. Thank me later.
Now, so that's a funny question. Do your fantasy leagues actually do trading?
Actually, the trade deadline just passed on Wednesday for my league.
I just got a trade off. I got Dalvin Cook. I traded him for.
I hate you, Kevin.
Who else? But I got rid of Dalvin Cook, and then I went on Twitter that night and saw the news about all the allegations going off against him. I was like, well, that was fortuitous. I didn't know that was going to happen.
So you dumped him without knowing that was going on.
Yep, dumped him without knowing that was going on. It was because I had just lost and my playoff percentage shot down from like 53% down to 30, and I was like, well, let's just try to make some friends in the office. So sure,
you're just
Dalvin Cook, you could take him.
So you're that fucking asshole.
I got Adrian Peterson in place. Like
I gotta
the irony.
I gotta tell you that your plot to make friends in the office also probably made you enemies. You were that fucking guy. Oh, my season's over, so I'm just gonna dump all my that guy sucks.
Yeah,
you make one friend, one guy on the waiver wire happy, and everybody else hates you. So congratulations. You actually
you don't even make one friend because that person's like, cool, like I'm gonna bend Mike over a barrel this season, but I gotta watch out for him next time too. Like there is no friends made in this transaction. All right. And are we still allowed to say that the trade thing when you do someone over like that, or is that passe now? I feel like we should probably cancel culture that.
Oh
right?
yeah, we shouldn't say. Well, I know what league term you're going for there. Yeah, it's not. It wasn't just Dalvin Cook for Adrian Peterson straight up. I upgraded my wide receiver position as well, but I did not.
You're just trying to backtrack now and make it sound better.
No,
he's like I picked up Odell. I upgraded.
Look, all I know is that there is.
I got rid of Jarvis Landry because I was pissed off that he kept doing shitty, and now that he's like the number 1 target in Cleveland,
bad week to be a Browns receiver.
Yeah, so we're still allowed to say roster bait, right?
Yeah, you could still say roster bait. I think that one's still good.
Yeah, I don't know how that wouldn't be, right? But because I'm over here just roster baiting away to my 8-1 temper garbages.
Trade Stafford now.
Yeah, I think that's as somebody, Drew, listen to me. As somebody who has won exactly 2 fantasy football games this year and just offloaded Dalvin Cook, you should trade Stafford.
But see, Mike, what I'm hearing is that you really are the living epitome of buy high, sell low. So, like, I get it. So that's good advice. I really should take you up on that.
Kev says Dalvin's not going to miss a game. I tend to agree. I don't think anything.
Did you see now?
Time.
I was wanting to talk about this. You see the way he came out about the whole situation.
I am very confused as to how we could have two such completely different stories. Like one where it's like he beat me, he bloodied me up, he threatened to kill me, and then the other story is no, she held me hostage and
Dude,
I fought her off.
This seems like every sitcom episode ever where they do the two different versions of the story, and one version is like heinously off, but the opposite versions, it's just like there's like demon eyes. So yeah, Dalvin's like, man, I felt so threatened, and he was probably sitting there whomping ass. Like the truth is somewhere in the middle. Like she probably did break into his house, and then he summarily whomped her ass. Like there's a combination there where it mixes and makes sense. And guess what? Dalvin Cook loses in all the scenarios. I can promise you that.
Oh yeah, he may not lose time this year, but Dalvin Cook is 100% going to lose time. Like,
hey, if you got a dynasty league, Alex Mattinson, make sure you keep him because he's got a bright future there in Minnesota when Dalvin Cook is gone.
Yeah, until like 3 years later on his second contract, he has a situation like this and ends up on the commissioner's exempt list. Like, are we starting to sense a pattern in Minnesota?
Mike Zimmer has no control over his team. Is that what you're trying to say?
Specifically the running backs, it seems like they have a problem with putting hands on people outside the football field.
That's a fair point. I
don't know, man. I'm just asking questions. Okay,
well, since we're talking about the Vikings, can we talk about Fred Smoot and Alan Alma's party boat? Can we go back there? Because if we're talking about the Vikings and things that go on off the field that shouldn't, let's talk about Alan Alma's.
I mean, that's fine as long as I get to say Wizinator.
Okay. And I just want to say Fred Smoot. One of my all-time favorite cornerback names, Fred Smoot.
I mean, if there's not something that screams lockdown corner other than Smoot, I don't know what the fuck it is, honestly. Like, you have Revis Island, one, Smoot. Done. Like, that's how you should draft cornerbacks. It's that easy.
That's how
you ain't catching nothing today because it's a Smoot point, baby.
Wow.
Oh, come on. You know, cornerbacks like their silly, stupid God. I earned that.
You did earn that.
I'm just saying, dude, Scott, I'm impressed you're at that point already, and we're not 18 minutes in. So this is going to go real
I've already
well.
Drew this shit, huh? Right.
You remember we were talking earlier about how we didn't have shit to talk about today? And then, Scott, I think you were the one that's like, who gives a shit? Fuck it. We'll fix it in post.
Yeah.
Mookie, what's your first overreaction from this week?
Yeah, I don't do those anymore.
I don't do show segments if I don't want to.
Yeah, didn't you? Yeah, I'm talent, man. Come on, fuck. More specifically, it's Thursday. Like, the calendar's turned. It's the weekend. We're looking forward for football. So I guess it's still technically an overreaction, but like a future one. Yeah, I guess you would just call that a prediction, right? Like, that's all predictions really are, is overreactions that are in the future.
Fine, I'll do my preview again. I can't believe Purdue beat Ohio State to knock off yet another one of these.
So, and Scott, I am so fucking glad you said that exact thing, because my first pre-overreaction prediction, we'll figure out a word for that. Notre Dame's going to the football playoff, man. I'm telling you right fucking now, like, everything's falling in line. All these clowns are losing games.
They expand to 12.
No, this year. We're going this year now. We'll still get boat race in our game, but who cares? We'll be there because the teams that we beat seemingly are continuing to have these like very opportunistic wins in our favor. I honestly don't know that I see a team on our schedule left that we shouldn't beat. And I feel like we're kind of turning a corner and being able to really lay into some squads in a way that could really boost our profile. So, dude, Mike, make January plans because we're going to be watching playoff football from South Bend.
Yeah, that was a good overreaction. That was well done, because you really nailed this segment of, hey, let's go absurd with our overreaction. You did it. I'm proud of you, man. I am proud of you.
Christian, mark this timestamp for when we get into the playoffs on whatever date that final poll comes out, so I can point back to it and say I was right.
Though, funny you say that, because whenever the first poll comes out, I'm always like, okay, it's never the first 4 teams. Like, I think last year was the first year that the 4 teams that were unveiled in the first week were the 4 teams that actually made the playoffs. It's never the first 4 that get unveiled. Somebody always drops out. And normally there's always a team that nobody expects at like 10 that somehow finds its way in. And I said that to my brother. I was like, it's always like the team that's number 10. That's the one you got to watch out for. And they unveiled that first ranking, and Notre Dame comes in at 10. And I was like,
yeah, motherfucker.
Shit, did I just will this into existence? Is Notre Dame going to make the playoffs because I just magically said that out loud? And no, they're not. It's not going to happen. That's not.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's happening. Mike, no, shit, I forgot what it was. Never mind, you're good. Go ahead. I was gonna say, I lied. I remember now. I have my second overreaction.
Okay, go for it.
And I'm only bringing it up now because I think it dovetails very nicely into this one. And it's, we need to just stop fucking playing around with this bullshit ranking stuff every week. And the first ranking comes out this time and yada, yada, yada. We just need to have goddamn year-round rankings, at least in college football, maybe in college basketball. Because, like, honestly, that's how the game is actually operating. And it's stupid to take these breaks over the summer. Let's just have a constant ongoing power ranking. You know what I mean? Wouldn't that just make everything so much more easy?
Like, I would love to hear schools bitching about mid-May drops in the rankings for no good reason. It's like,
dude, you're
Georgia
starting left tackle
this week in May. It's rough out here in these streets. Can they recover by the time the playoffs roll around?
I mean,
Stick
think
around
about
and
it.
find out.
It's legit. Some dude tears a rotator cuff in spring program or whatever, or so-and-so is academically ineligible, or so-and-so enrolls early. Like, dude, think about it. This is a way to keep that money press running. Why wouldn't we do it?
I actually want to see the spring games when they're like, Alabama first loss of the year. Wow, are they going to be able to recover? Well, in fairness, Alabama did win that game, and then it's just the constant like back and forth. Man, that would be amazing to see. Drew, I also appreciate the fact that most people want to do away with preseason rankings, and they're like, we shouldn't even have rankings until midway through the season. And you're like, no, opposite. Rankings all the time. Rankings never go away.
Yeah, because look,
Tuesday in June, everybody gather around.
Right.
We got your rankings. We don't know how they stack up, but Ohio State's getting in the playoffs, as you can see here. Like,
to that end,
how this is going to shake out, but Ohio State is in the Final Four. We can guarantee you that.
To that end,
why Kirk Herbstreit in like July, and he's like at a pool somewhere. He's like, it's Alabama, Clemson, Ohio State, and pick a name. Fuck it, I don't care anymore. And then it's like, we'll see you next week. And then there's tons of articles and shows done about what he just did. That I'm on board, Drew.
Do you see the genius here? Because
yes,
exactly, like I said,
he stumbled into accidental goals.
Right. And the best part about this is that Kirk Herbstreit's wife is so for this, because then she's going to be able to keep his dog ass in place working over the summer instead of running around chasing co-eds, because that shit don't fly anymore, man. I think we need to go one step further, though. Why are we doing these things once a week? Just have them every fucking Tuesday, Wednesday. Just keep them live, like a Twitter fucking poll, right? Like live time rankings.
Can you imagine what they line up with the holidays too? How great that'll be when you have holiday
awesome.
rankings.
I've got this idea now of like the NASDAQ. Like people are just following the tickers, and they're like, Bama dropped, buy now, and you gotta jump in on Bama to pump them back up into the number.
My God, I have the answer. We create a crypto exchange, call it the NCAA, and then just create tokens for all the teams. And based on their security price, that's how they're actually ranked. It sounds like genius,
I feel
right?
like, and this is very reminiscent of the intro, Drew, but I think that's fraud.
No, it's not fraud because it's unregulated, and it's basically what the NCAA does today, right? Like they just sit out there front, collect money for doing nothing. So like, let's modernize the NCAA. Their ways have been exposed as outdated and archaic, but we all know they need to keep exploiting young athletes. So this is how you do that. Yet at the same time,
I think that's how Bad News Kennels got in trouble. Well, I mean, it's unregulated, so it's fine. We can do this.
I mean, it kind of worked out. No, Mike, back to
until
your
they got
original...
rated by the Fib.
So, but anyways, Mike, back to what you'd originally said about people saying. So you see, I just push right on through. I used to feel the same way. I've always thought preseason rankings are fucking stupid. The problem is you can't get rid of them because they're always going to do it. And like it or not, those cocksuckers on the 4-letter, whichever idiot's rolling out their preseason rankings given the season, they're still going to influence all the coaches and the media who don't actually do that work to study the game, just like we saw this last week. I mean, you guys saw all the signs on UC's campus, right?
I did. I saw it. I watched game day. It was
right. And so the CFP was outed for not actually watching football and instead just watching The Bachelorette. So, like, if that's the reality we're in,
imagine the jobs turnover too. Imagine a coach, the first coach who gets fired off the third week in June's rankings. Like, you dropped 7 spots, fucking out of here, man. Worst coach in this school's history. We've never had a drop in the rankings. It should
be so easy
awful in fucking June. You're done, man. You gotta go.
It should be so easy to win June, Scott. If you're dropping slots in the rankings in June,
that's what it'll say on his pink slip. Right. No games are being played. Dropped in the rankings. It was time to go.
Honestly, you know, the coaches have their goals for the year, and it's like win the conference, make the playoffs, win the national championship. I want to see
win
them be like
rankings.
Top 10 in June, top 5 in July, win the conference.
I mean, can you imagine all the awesome analysis we'd get when all like the college football events? Like, oh my God, let me tell you, Ohio State's booster golf outing this weekend. They put on a hell of a show. They clearly are looking forward
with
to
a
this
special
year.
voting day edition of the college rankings. Let's get into it.
And I tell you, if there's one thing that America's proven that they can do well, it's using the voice of the people in elections to let democracy reign and choose our leaders. That's worked out so well for us over the last decades.
I really like Gabe's comment here. Sam Darnold blows and Patriot fans travel well. That's my overreaction. I missed the Patriots game this week. I agree, Sam Darnold blows. But did the Patriots travel well? Did the Patriots fans throw a dildo on an opposing team's field? I missed what happened with the Patriots fans this weekend. But Sam Darnold does blow. He blows enough that the Panthers have gone crawling back to Cam Newton.
I saw the headline for that earlier, and that was my reaction. I laughed. I was like, "Wait, is this April Fool's? Like, are they fucking with me? Like, does this say they re-signed in North Carolina? Like, what?
What is that phone call like when Carolina calls Cam Newton?
Wait, hold on, Scott. Where did he sign? Scott, where did Cam
in North Carolina? Would you like to take umbrage with the fact that the team plays in North Carolina, or are you going to try to talk shit? Let's go. Come on.
Well, I don't understand what the people of South Carolina did to you that they get excluded from fandom of the Panthers. Like they've got a vested interest in this too, man.
They've got the Gamecocks. They're fine.
Look, all I'm saying is they're called the Carolina Panthers for a reason, man. But if you want to go ahead and alienate that big a portion of our audience, then feel free, my friend. Please, by all means.
Well, now you've made me look like an ass. So sorry,
Mission
Carolina.
accomplished.
Sorry, South Carolina.
Back to the joke that I was trying to get to. What does that conversation go like with Carolina calling Cam Newton to be like, "Hey, man, listen. I know things didn't go that well, but will you come back?" Like how?
Yeah, well, you gotta take it. You gotta rewind just a little bit further on the tape to where Cam or Cam's agent gets that call on the phone, and the caller ID says, "Bitch, do not answer." Oh shit! They're coming back, yo. Are you fucking seriously? Look at this shit. Hold on. Let it ring a few times. Don't answer on the first ring. In fact, you know what? Let it go to voicemail. We'll call him back.
Dude, see that's what I love though about this. That like I just want to be able to watch their game this weekend because if we keep playing out that metaphor, that first time that they get together is going to be so hot,
magical,
so passionate, sweaty. I mean,
you can guarantee that North Carolina is going to win by 40 this week.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And South Carolina is going to be pissed because they got excluded.
But in 2 weeks, it's back to Carolina being like, "Oh, that's right. This is why I fucking hated him." Oh,
son of a bitch threw for 120 yards, got sacked 14 times, but he had 120 yards rushing.
He threw 3 interceptions, and he left his goddamn towel on the floor again. This is why I left him in the first place. This is exactly why.
So are you saying
that ain't no joke though? I
calling...
get on these kids all the time about leaving the motherfucking towels on the floor. God damn it! That's how mildew happens.
Well, and more importantly, that's how they get dirty. If you keep hanging them up afterwards, you never have to wash them, man.
That's right, baby.
Exactly.
Wait, what? Did I just co-sign move? No, hold on, back up. No,
I'm so glad we're remote now. I've never been happier that you guys are not in my basement right now.
Yeah, because it would be funky. Let me tell you what.
Funky.
Scott, you got any more overreactions from this week?
If I'm not dirty, why would I shower? Oh yeah, there was some spit up in that mug, Mike.
There's some went all the way back in that mug.
Any of that come back up your nose?
The logic of my toddlers.
This one's all frosty now. It's good. There's a lot of. This one that's some backwash coming back on this one.
My overreaction is, good God, remember when the Bills were supposed to go to the Super Bowl? Like, seriously, 6 fucking points?
Dude.
Okay.
That's so bad.
Against the Titans without Derrick Henry?
No. To be fair.
Oh, no, it's the Jaguars. Oh, it's against
the Jags. Even worse.
That's right. It was against Herbs. God.
Yes, Herb. They did not score a touchdown. Josh Allen looked like complete trash. Well, the Josh Allen that plays for Buffalo, not Josh Allen that plays for Jacksonville, because he actually had a great game.
But did they shut the fuck up about that, though? I mean,
no. Why would you shut up about that? That's amazing. That's amazing content.
Who the fuck cares though? Like by Sunday morning, I was tired of hearing about it.
I loved it. I loved every minute of it. And I ate up every story about Josh Allen throwing an interception to Josh Allen. Oh, it was the best. I loved it. But for real though, like Josh Allen looked like shit. And it's the Jaguars. Like I was feeling pretty down about the Bengals getting their shit stomped in by the Odell Beckham-less Browns. And then I saw that and I was like, oh, wait, life's not that bad. Listen to the Jaguars. Who gives a shit, right? 9-6 to Herb.
I mean, at least it was an entertaining game to lose. I'll tell you what, like 9-6 fucking sucks. Like that was, I didn't watch a minute of it, but I can say unequivocally that it was shitty football and a waste of time if you were in attendance or tuned in on TV.
How many of those field goals in that game were 45 yards or plus?
Oh my God, dude.
How many of those field goals are you making, Drew?
Yeah, how many would you make out of those? A good handful. Field goals?
So we were at the game, and I don't remember who it was, but someone missed a 46-yarder early on in the first quarter, and I immediately turned to Jen and go, I could hit that. It's not that hard.
We've got video evidence that you can't.
Yeah.
As long as
I could if there's no pressure. Yeah, exactly.
As there's zero pressure, there's no line, and you don't have a helmet on. You can
and
totally
nobody's watching.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That's the way I perform best, right? If nobody cares or there's nothing invested in it, then that's when I'm at my best. That's it. See, kids.
What's
listen
your excuse
now.
for this show?
Oh, I literally do not care at all.
That burns both the show and him at the same time. Well played.
Sure does.
Yeah.
Sure
well
does.
Played.
I did it. Thank you very much, Scott. All right. Any other overreactions from this weekend?
Man, hockey is fucking back.
We are not talking hockey yet, Drew. We're not doing that hockey yet. What are you doing? We can't.
The Cowboys are who we thought they were. Remember when everybody thought they were Super Bowl bound? Everybody bought that stock? Yeah. Not me.
How did everybody forget that quickly that they were on Hard Knocks? Like, I feel like that is what should have.
Or that Mike McCarthy is their coach.
And everybody was like, "Oh, the Cowboys, they're looking real good." It should have just been like, "Do you guys remember they were on Hard Knocks? They are not winning anything."
Or that since their last Super Bowl, they're like exactly a 500 team. Like, yeah, like all of these factors.
Yeah, so you asked that exact question, and the sad part about it was that, again, Sunday, when watching Bengals and Browns and watching the Bengals completely melt down, I was like, were they in Hard Knocks? No. Was it the Browns? Who was on Hard Knocks? And I could legit, it took me like 10 solid minutes, and then I finally Googled it and remembered. So yeah, it is that easy to forget they were on Hard Knocks.
Minutes, and then I still couldn't get it, so I finally went to Google, and then I remembered, oh shit, that's right, we spent over a month talking about this every week.
It was literally how we started every show for a solid 5 weeks, was just Scott shitting on the Cowboys on Hard Knocks. It was like the top of the show. Right. You can't even say you were drunk because it was literally when the show started. It was how we started the
episode. And all you did was bitch about it the whole time.
Right, because we start the show off sober. Yeah, that's exactly true.
Hey guys, but is on the topic of Hard Knocks, Scott, are you ready for next week? Because next Wednesday, the Colts in-season Hard Knocks premieres. Oh, I can't wait for in-season Hard Knocks.
What? There's in-season Hard Knocks?
Yeah. You didn't know that? You had no idea.
Oh, God, Scott, how could you not know that? We've talked about it all these weeks for all this shit. God, Scott.
I know, except for that's not true, so... Nice.
We mentioned it once.
Anyway,
we did
talked about it at least once.
Did we?
Talked about it once.
Was it before or after the Braves won the Super Bowl?
It was before. It was definitely before.
It was definitely before the Braves won the Super Bowl, you idiot. Yeah, come on.
And the whole, I remember we were talking, this will probably jog your memory. Drew's whole take was maybe Hard Knocks knows that Andrew Luck is coming back. And at the end of the Hard Knocks episodes.
Oh, no, that wasn't. I can't take credit for that. That wasn't me.
Oh, did you say that, Scott?
I'm pretty sure Scott did. Yeah.
No, I definitely didn't. I was just before you finished that sentence. Before you finished that sentence, I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, I don't even remember talking about Andrew Luck recently. Not in a positive manner.
They have been following around the Colts this season, and next week they are dropping the first episode of the first in-season Hard Knocks.
We got new weekly content. I'm on it. We're gonna do the haters guide to watching the Colts.
We're gonna have to. The only problem is it premieres on Wednesday, so we're gonna be a day behind or a week behind.
Wait, it premiered yesterday?
No, it premieres on the 17th, next Wednesday.
Well, so we'll be fine. Okay. So Wednesday.
Hold on. Is there
Wednesday night? So
is there an opportunity here for some bonus content like we've been talking about? Do we maybe
time does
just
it play? It starts at like 9.
It's normally 10. It's normally 10.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Hard Knocks with a dance club gunfight? What is Whitey talking about? Whitey Matthew McCarriger comments, "Oh shit, does that mean there will be a Hard Knocks with a dance club gunfight in it? ?
Drew, well done. Well done doing what I've been hoping you would do for weeks now and not just respond to a comment on screen and actually read it so that people hear the comment.
Hey, I got better at that for a while and then stopped.
No, you haven't.
No, it's been terrible.
That's like that. Like before you pointed out, like literally the first time you've ever done it.
No, I feel like there was a good 2-month stretch where I was like doing well at it over the summer because when Matt Barr, thank you for your service, came on the show, he started just reacting to comments. I was like, Matt, we read our commenters' statements here on the show.
You did that 1 week. It was.
I thought you did it in jest.
Any other time.
I thought you were just BSing with him.
It takes a lot to like lead up to it, and then afterwards, there's still a lot of post work you have to do with it. So like, I feel like it was a bigger time period than just like a one-time thing.
No, it wasn't. Also, but for real, thank you for your service, Matt Barr. That was a good call out, Drew. Also, a great call out there too, as well. Well done, Drew. Double time. I don't know what Whitey was referencing either. I'm gonna have to Google search that.
Wait, was that the Raiders cornerback guy situation?
Oh, Jesus,
or was that a different Brandis?
You said overreactions, and I didn't want to mention the Raiders. I was just gonna leave them on the cutting room floor.
They are. I mean, listen. The Henry Ruggs thing is a horrible thing, and I I don't really want to get into it because it's such a sad situation. But then this dude shows up on, what was it, Instagram Live or Snapchat or something, like showing a gun, saying he was going to fucking kill a fan, which okay, listen, you talk shit to a football player, they're going to talk shit back. There's no excuse for talking shit to a player, but you also can't brandish a gun and threaten to kill a fan on an Instagram Live. What the fuck? So now the Raiders have lost both of their 2020 first-round draft picks within a week, and that's only a few weeks after losing their coach. That whole organization, complete and utter dumpster fire.
No. See, now this is where I'm going to disagree with you, because they're clearly a very, very well-run franchise. Because if there is one thing that you can take away from this, and any marketing agent will tell you need to do, it's stay on brand. And that's what they're doing. They're living their purpose to a T.
See, I thought they were just doing the whole, like, hey man, whatever you got to do to stay relevant, like good, bad, just don't be indifferent. don't you got to be interesting. Don't be the Jags where it's like, hey, what's going on? Nobody knows unless our coach is grinding on a rando. But the Raiders are like, hey, look, you get out there and you kill some people. Whatever you got to do, we got to keep the Raiders at the forefront of the news, baby.
And as long as they're not in a Raiders jersey on the football field, fair game.
Just stay in the news cycle, baby. That's our new motto. Just win the news cycle.
Exactly. Win every single news cycle.
It seems like a perfect place to end NFL overreaction. Well done, fellas.
Wait, I did have one more here.
And there's Drew dragging out this segment. Go ahead.
Hey, I'm sorry, Mike. Did we have a whole bunch of other content to get to? Did I miss something somewhere?
Yeah, I mean, we got stuff to get to, but no, go ahead. Go ahead. It was just a perfect bow. It was a great wrap. It was well done. Go ahead, Drew. Let's see how this one limps to the finish now.
UC was properly rated in the first CFP poll.
Dynamite add-in.
Could have hung on to that one until the next segment. Could have just kept that right in your back pocket and then been like, man, we'll do that. We're going to talk college football rankings right after this. But before we do,
you could have told me shit.
We kind of talked about it pre-show. We even specifically said in the group thread earlier that the bulk of the show would be taken up by college football talk.
No, I thought Mike was going to scream about something for like the whole half.
Text message, Drew, I am so furious at you.
Yeah, well, but because they're both under the same major bullet point, so it's like they're like siblings. They're next to each other. So I thought that was cool.
Hey guys, let's wrap NFL overreactions. Wait, I got one more about college football that shows in the doc we're going to talk about next. God damn it, Drew.
Well, I didn't have that tab up right now. God. There's a lot of shit going on, man. A lot of shit. It's complicated stuff.
It's like we're doing a show on a Thursday. I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah,
man.
fuck you. No, Mike, this is your fault because I told you earlier all my show research expired last night. So I'm working with spoiled goods over here.
Good thing for you. I introed the show by saying it's Wednesday. So there you go, Drew. Everything's
Mike, that was actually very clever. I commend you for that. That's a good move. If I could click the golf thing, I would, and then give you a golf clap.
I was gonna say, why would you tell him he was gonna play a game of whack fuck? That'd be weird.
Well, because since tonight it's Thursday, he doesn't have to edit, so that's how he's gonna go to sleep, right? Playing a game of whack fuck.
Wow.
There's your bow, Mike. There's your bow.
Give a shout out to our friends at More Labs, brand new blood orange flavor that they just released at the beginning of November. Go get yours right now. When you are boozing it up on a Wednesday or a Thursday, and you need to wake up for those morning meetings, head over to More Labs, craftbrewsports.com/hangover. Get yourself some morning recovery. Try that new blood orange flavor. I'm sure Drew's already had
Speaking of which, I was just gonna say, Drew, we need an update on your More Labs. Remember when they were threatening to come to your house and kill you because you hadn't rated the product that you stole from them?
Oh yeah, no, I filled out that form.
Oh, did you? Okay. I was going to say, we never did.
It was
see
just
that
on
story.
literally the last day I was allowed to. So, so Scott, they were basically standing outside with the lead pipe. I was like, I got it right here. Let me just, there you go. Sign that thing. Check that back. We're good, right? We're good. We're good.
The
And
teacher
then on the way out, they
rolled
break
their
the light.
eyes at you for having it at the very last minute.
I will say though, Mike, I don't know if we should do that read because the blood orange was a limited edition run too. So I got another email that they were down to their last 500 bottles this last weekend. So if you want to try it out, you probably should move like yesterday and get it done because they could be out. I haven't tried mine yet because I'm sitting there and debating, once you take it out of the packaging, it's not mint anymore. So the good news is I was smart enough to at least buy another sixer on the side. So I'm still covered. But morning recovery saves your life. But they have so many other good products too. And the best part is you can get like a little trial package, a little mix and match thing. Or honestly, they'll usually toss in something free for extra at the end of your checkout process. So just go figure out what you're going to get when you roll the dice there and give them a shot. They'll change your life. I
just checked it out. I just checked it out. You can get a 500 milliliter bottle of Blood Orange limited edition still at More Labs. So craftbrewsports.com.
Snatch that shit up.
Go hit them up right now. Try that one out. Get the other flavors too. They're just as delicious and they help you. You're going to be able to booze it up and then you'll be able to wake up and function the next morning. craftbrewsports.com/hangover. Go help them out and help yourself out today. All right, fellas.
Wait, Mike, did you know you don't have to wait until you're done drinking to take the morning recovery?
You can take it at any point up to an hour after your last drink, and it will work correctly.
That shit's revolutionary because I realize now.
You haven't had any of the cocktails with morning recovery mixed in? Like there's a whole subset of people who make cocktails with morning recovery and then you're boozing it and feeling fine the next day without having to do anything extra. It's amazing.
Mike, this is like the moment in college when I told a pre-med friend of mine that I used to drink vodka with Gatorade and like you shouldn't do that. That's a terrible idea. Because the Gatorade counteracts the vodka to a point where it absorbs faster and you don't really feel the effects. You're going to get way more fucked up than you know about. And I was like, oh, good. I'm glad that's the thing I take with me to class. Drinking morning recovery while drinking just seems like enabling behavior. So thank you, bud. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Glad to help out, Drew. Happy to do it. Let's talk college football now, Drew. Instead of last segment, let's talk college football now. I let the Notre Dame take slide because it's Notre Dame, and I want to talk Notre Dame all the time. But now we're talking college football. The college football playoff rankings came out this week. There's some movement. Michigan State losing to Purdue, dropping down to number 7 behind Michigan, which is awkward because they beat Michigan heads up. So that's a little weird situation going on there.
Football
but gotta love some college football rankings. But you got Georgia at 1, Bama at 2, Oregon at 3, Ohio State at 4, UC coming in at 5, Michigan at 6, and then Michigan State at 7. My favorite part this week was that they expanded. Normally they do like the top 4 and then the first 2 out. But this week they added all the way to 7 to show that Michigan State was behind Michigan. And it was 100% on purpose just to get people fired up that Michigan State was behind the team that they beat earlier in the season. And it worked to a T. Twitter was a dumpster fire of people furious about it. I loved every minute of it. At this point, I want Barta to just come out like playing cash rules, everything around me. And he's just wearing a shirt that says, fuck you, I do what I want. And he's just naming teams in random order. And he's like, fuck it. Who gives a shit? You're going to eat it up anyways. I don't care. That's what I want to see every week. But I do have the solution to fixing the college football playoff committee. I texted Scott and Drew about this week. We have this committee made up of athletic directors and school presidents and all this other bullshit. Get rid of all of them. The college football playoff committee needs to be made up of nothing but handicappers, just people who are setting lines in Vegas.
No, excuse me.
That's it.
Mike, we're not going to get thrown in with this cancel culture stuff. Handy-capablers.
Jesus Christ.
Man, this is some bullshit, man.
I don't know what's happening right now.
Man, this is some
2 in a row for that. That's some bullshit.
No, you earned that shit.
Hey, Drew.
Hey, what?
Man, this is some.
Oh! 10 records.
You hit the
10
trifecta.
records.
Scott,
by the way,
what do you think of handicap? Oh wait, hang on 1 second, Scott. I'm sorry, Drew. Man, this is some.
Oh no! See, now you just invalidated it. That's too far. That is way too far, man.
Scott, what do you think about handicappers as the college football playoff committee?
I am all for it. Give me the wise guys. Seriously, just give me I just want like Jimmy Nails and Johnny Two Fingers. Like I want the wise guys to give me the rankings every week, and I don't want nobody will question them shits. Then I bet you Twitter won't be ablaze questioning the wise guys. They'll be like, yeah, those rankings are very proper. Those look like the exact right rankings to me. I don't think there's anything wrong. Do you see anything wrong, fellow Twitter user? Nope, sure don't. Those look like the exact right rankings. I look forward to next week and when they rank them exactly correct again. No, none of this bullshit talking out of pocket and talking out of line. You won't talk shit if the wise guys are fucking doing it. Let's go.
So you don't even want the nerds like Nate Silver to come in and be like, well, statistically, this team would beat this team on a neutral field and we would give them a 6-point advantage, so they're ahead. You want fucking Polly Walnuts to come in and just be like, number one, fucking Georgia, say something about it. That's exactly how you want it to go.
I want the legit leg breakers out there, the guys that are fucking up the dentists who have a degenerate gambling problem and have to hide it from their wives. Those fucking guys who get cornered. I want them to make the lines, like the legit knee breakers.
I'm not saying Alabama's number 2, but Alabama's number 2. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so I am I allowed to come back in now after my
and
4?
Bing, we got fucking Ohio State at 4 because just like the committee, Ohio State's going to be in the Final Four. You got a fucking problem with that?
Mike, you know what you just did, right?
I fixed college football playoff.
No, you fixed our show. No, fuck that. You fixed our show because from now on, from today forward, every week, I'm going to need you two to do your CFP top 6 as the Vinny and Black Scott.
Vinny and Black Scott.
Why would you call me Black Scott? That doesn't even make sense. I don't get it.
Also, really quickly, before we go even further away from it, I wanted to circle back to the troll job by the committee with the Michigan State thing, because not only was it genius that they added
troll job. Who the fuck are you calling a troll job, motherfucker?
I can't do accents on this show. I don't know what it is.
You not do Italian?
I'm in
an Italian accent. Drew comes in. Scott and I are like, hey, bada boom, bada bing. Drew comes in. He's like, it's me, the committee.
Hey, we jump over the meatball and we get that fire flower thing there. Hey, it's all right. It's all right.
Scott had to leave.
Yeah, because I think something fell down.
I literally had to walk away. Oh my god, he did the fucking Mario. Holy shit. Oh,
Jimmy, what
god
Jimmy
damn
sauce?
Oh, fuck.
The best part is
you fucking cocksucker. I don't know why I went Irish there. I went Irish mobster and Drew's
hey, you fucking cocksucker right here. Listen. Look, it's just because us Polish people, we're too bland to have anything of flavor or distinguishability. So that's just what always I fall back to. So right now I'm doing a Polish gangster accent. You just don't know it. Now the other side is fucked up.
I can't keep it straight. I'm dying at this Mario shit. Oh god.
All right. I think we got that one. Gabe says BCS 2.0, and no, this isn't the BCS 2.0. The BCS was computers. This is
fucking wise guys.
I mean,
like,
now it's wise guys.
Wait.
My original intention of this was like people who actually because Vegas always knows. It's when you set a line, when they set a line, it's like, oh, Bama by 6.5. It always seems to come down to like a backdoor cover or Bama cover, and it's like, oh yeah, they just know. They somehow they know this shit. Right. They got it.
So, but that's what I want to know, Mike. How does this actually function? So, if you're having Vegas do this now, if you're having Wiseguys do it, I love it for a whole bunch of other reasons. But that's
Wiseguys is just more. It's way more fun. It's just whoever.
Yeah,
Wiseguys rankings every week.
Yeah,
and if you get to rankings is the best. And if you get to know Cousin Vinny the right way, then you can make a little scratch on the back end. I get it, but what I want to know is how. I like the idea of Vegas doing it because you're absolutely right. They always get that backdoor cover rate or whatever. But so, like, how do they actually do it? Is it them setting a line with every team and then be like, well, this team would beat every other on, or like, how does that work?
I mean, you've got an idea of who the best teams are, right? Like, you know who the top 10 or who the top 15 best teams are. So they look at those teams and they go, okay, if Georgia was going to play each of these teams, are they favored in every game? Yes, they are. Great. Georgia's your number one. Who is favored in almost everyone except for against Georgia? Oh, Bama, you're number 2. And then that's how you rank it. Right. And it basically becomes the favorites. It's literally finding the best 4 teams, which is what the system is supposed to do based on how Vegas handicaps their games. And I think that's the truest way. If you're going to do this weird system where you only have 4 teams and you're trying to say you're going to find the best 4 teams, then this is the best way to do it. To find the teams that would be favored in every game, you become the top 4 teams.
I love it. I do. I think it's going to be great. The only problem is there's no problem with it. So, of course, it's not going to happen. Like, I keep asking myself, like, well, why wouldn't we do this shit? And I can't think of an answer. So that means it's never going to happen.
Well, back to what I was originally going to say with the whole Michigan thing before I got derailed by
was
that it was genius in that they threw out the troll job. But what's even going to be better about it is if things stay the same, which I only want them to for this scenario to play itself out, is Michigan beats Ohio State, and then during the bye week, Michigan State jumps them. and then the fans, and then Twitter really loses its fucking mind. Like, Michigan finally, under Jim Harbaugh, gets over that hump, and they're like, oh, yeah. Hey, remember earlier in the season when he lost to Michigan State? Yeah, Michigan State's moving up.
Well, and the best part is they'd be sitting at home at number 5 when
not playing a game, right?
Not playing, yet still somehow Ohio State's in there.
They move up. But they move up. Like, they move up past Michigan, and then like, oh yeah, by the way, Ohio State's still in the playoffs. So
that's where I thought you were going.
Michigan and Ohio State still sits up in the playoffs.
That's where I thought you were going, because Mike's saying this stuff about
Michigan just sits there and gets boned twice by their rivals on both sides.
Would you say they were going to get pegged?
I wouldn't, but now I will.
All right, man, cool. Who's talking about begging, motherfucker? What the fuck?
Hey, that's something we do. I told her I'd think about it, but I didn't say yes to nothing here. All right. So.
Wow.
Oh God. I mean, all I keep hearing is Marioisms. Like, that's it. That's the show. Like, select your player. Select match.
I want this show to start off before they start unveiling it. It's just like, let's go.
Oh my God. Mike, you started with the wah, and I was like, what the fuck is he doing? And then you got the oof. You just fucking nailed it, man. That was so good. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Made me get up, dude. So
what I was gonna say originally was, I thought, Scott, you were gonna go with none of this shit matters, because at the end of the day, Michigan State, Michigan Central, who gives a fuck? Ohio State's the only Big Ten team allowed in the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, that's true though. It's like they're gonna find a way to get Ohio State.
Although technically, Michigan State did make it one year, didn't they?
They did. They sure
They were
did.
in there for a hot second.
I think that was the year that Ohio State wasn't allowed to participate. I think that's when they were on their ban.
Yeah. When they got their self-imposed exile.
Yeah.
Would you call that getting herbed?
It could be.
Could be.
I'm not giving you a boo for that one, Drew. I'm actually.
Okay.
I'm okay with
That was
you don't get an air horn.
I'll back that no boo.
You don't get an air horn, but you don't get booed. Listen, as great as this idea is, as the wise guy college football playoff committee, it's probably a smoot point because it looks like.
What a fantastic callback. Although, hold on a second. I got fucking booed for my original smoot take, and now you get laughs. This is some bullshit.
This is some bullshit. You know what,
You
though,
gotta
if you
know
think
how to
about
play
it.
Scott, listen, that's just the callback game, baby. Sometimes when you call back it works. It
I
happens, man.
respect it. And that's why I'm upset. I'm like, damn it, I got played by the callback joke game. Like, fuck.
If it makes you feel any better, Scott, just think of it when you remember it, that they weren't saying boo, they were saying smoot. This is some bullshit.
Smoot this man.
This is why I don't work out, because I get an ab workout.
This is all probably for nothing, because it looks like expansion is happening, and it could be voted on as early as December from what I read today. So they are talking now the 8-team playoff that we had talked about before. There was like a whole committee that proposed an 8-team playoff, and it was it's something I can't even remember what they were doing. I think it was like the top 4 ranked conference champions were in, and then there were 4 at-large bids. And we even said on the show, we were like, this will never work because you don't, like, Pac-12 is going to be pissed off that they don't have a seat at the table. They will try to push this down. And apparently that's what happened. The Alliance, the Big Ten, the Pac-12, and the ACC put together a new proposal that went through subcommittee and is likely going to get passed for a 12-team college football playoff. And what they are proposing is every Power 5 conference champion gets a seat. The top ranked group of 5 champion gets in, and then they fill the remainder of the field with 6 at-large teams, presumably based off of a committee. So maybe the wise guys still can play a part in this somehow. So Scott,
oh wait, you think they're not already playing a part?
No, but like they're guaranteeing spots. Like if you win your conference championship, you're in. Like you win the SEC, you're in.
Extra teams, the Ohio State safety net. So now they don't have to go to the room and make sure that Ohio State's in the Final Four and make up a bunch of rules. They're just like, look, one of those 12 is going to be Ohio State every fucking year. Okay, so just know that there's no circumstance where Ohio State does not get into the final 12.
Well, look,
say that now.
And Scott, I know what you're trying to do and make that sound like a revolutionary take, but when one region, hold on. All I'm saying is when one region's named the Crimson Tide region, one's the Buckeye region, and one is the Notre Dame Trojan horse, whatever, that we can fleece money off of region, and then the fourth one is these motherfuckers made us include them region. Yeah, like naturally that's how that shakes out. But I will say I'm a little surprised that we're skipping 8 and going straight to 12. Like that's a lot of extra games for these student athletes.
I think that's my favorite part of the whole thing is they were like, yeah, one day we know we're fighting expansion, but we're not going to do it. We're not going to do it. And it's definitely not going to be more than 8 whenever we do. We promise. Now they're like, fuck it, 12.
We'll go 12. Well, here's what I don't understand. So this is where my confusion comes in with any expansion, whether it's 8 or 12. So there's money that gets divvied out to the conferences of the teams that make the playoffs, right? And it's all based on the revenue that they get for the playoff money and the TV deals and all that shit. And they split the money, and the conferences get a huge chunk of that. Are they going to be like? I'm assuming then this is going to be like, hey, we're going to renegotiate the deal and we're going to make a boatload more money, because there is no way that these conferences are cool with being like, yeah, you know what? We'll take less money. Like the SEC is going to be in the playoffs every single year, whether it's 4 teams, 8 teams, or 12 teams. Why does it have any incentive to be like,
I can't wait for that.
We should go to 12 so that we get less money for this. Unless it's just the SEC gets their conference champion and then all of the 6 at-large bids.
No, it's coming where we have an 11-team SEC playoff and Ohio State. 11 SEC teams and Ohio State. I cannot wait for that fucking day.
And then what becomes really compelling is the play-in games to get into the SEC. Right, like so you're just competing to become part of the SEC.
Well, right, but I would say like the mental gymnastics that the committee does to try to explain why it's all of the SEC and Ohio State. Well, we just didn't see any other contenders out there, and when things played out, we couldn't put an undefeated UC in here when we had 6-loss Ole Miss looking at not making it in the tournament.
Well, and I tell you, those 6-loss Rebels. Have you seen their recruiting? Like, have you seen?
This is athletes? I'm shitting on Ole Miss specifically. I could have picked any bottom feeder SEC.
Yeah,
team,
but Eli's associated with it.
Excuse you, Lane Kiffin would like a word, my friend.
I was just going to say, can you give me
bottom
a minute?
feeder? You call Lane Kiffin.
This is after Lane Kiffin takes the USC job when they're they're like, well, we got to have a 6-loss because they ain't losing 6 games while fucking Lane's there. But the next asshole who takes over Ole Miss when they're back to just being an Ole Miss. They'll be like, yeah, well, see, we could have left them at home, but they only lost by 2 touchdowns to Bama, so you never know who they can beat any given Saturday.
And you know that there will still be a Notre Dame rider every 3rd year because that's how they get that Catholic money.
Right? Yeah. They'll throw Notre Dame a bone every so often.
Thinking about it even more,
sure they think they can get in.
Well, no, Scott, we can get in. We just can't win it.
Well, no, I know, but one of the 11 teams that is in Ohio State is what I meant.
Oh, fair. I was talking about now. Like, we can get in now, but we can't win it.
Yeah. One of the non-SEC schools in the tournament.
But you know what's really surprising about this is the fact that, like, I don't know what you would call it. Is it like the Bar Association of America or whatever, or U.S. Attorneys United or some shit? But whatever the group is that all the lawyers belong to, they're fucking pissed. Because they've fucked up if they're going to let them go straight from 4 to 12. Because do you know how many billable hours they're leaving behind by not going to 8 first?
I mean, it's got to be a lot, right? There's got to be a lot of billable hours.
I feel like it's like 3 or 4.
What the hell just happened there, Drew? You went to, there
I
you
guess
go.
it wasn't all the way anchored.
I was very confused as to what happened there.
Guys, I just now, because I was like, what's the number even up to these days? So there's 14 SEC teams. So that means there'll be 3 that get left outside.
Crazy.
3 that will get left outside in the cold. Imagine that. They're going to be, ESPN is going to be hyping the shit out of those matches to see which 3 are left out of the final 12.
Now,
is
that before or after Oklahoma and Texas join? Where does that put the SEC?
No, I think I think that's with Texas and Oklahoma. I think 14 is with them in it.
Is with them in it? Okay.
Yeah, because that'd be 7 a division, right?
Oh, I don't know. I just Googled how many SEC schools are there. It said 14. Oh.
Hey,
no. Yeah, and you're wrong. Because effective 2025, there's 16. So Texas and Texas and Oklahoma? Yeah, Texas and Oklahoma make it.
Okay, wait. So hold on.
Teams that don't make the playoffs.
So what you're saying, Scott, is the SEC has now become the NFC.
Pretty much.
Right? Like.
Yeah,
4 divisions of 4. The SEC is the same size as one of the fucking conferences in the NFL. That's it. See, that's just.
But imagine, I mean, it's kind of like soccer. Well, you take it to your legs. Like, who got relegated to not one of the top 11 spots and didn't make the playoffs this year? Vandy, they snuck into that 11th spot this year. You never know, though. With their 6 losses, they could upset.
Motherfucking Twatford.
Okay, but here's, guys, I'm sitting here thinking about this, and let's do our Kong Bongs. Drew, I know you're pouring yours, and Scott, you still don't have one because you refuse to buy a hose. I don't know why you
buy
you broke ass motherfucker.
I'm gonna buy you a new Kong Bong. I'm just gonna say.
I was gonna say you should just get a Kong Bong 2.0 already.
If you guys want your own Kong Bong,
That's a good idea.
craftreports.com/beerbong. Go hit them up. But listen, I've just been thinking about this while you guys were talking. So here is why they're going to 12, because the conferences are going to expand to these 16-team mega conferences like the SEC has. Like I know the Pac-12, the Big Ten,
but legitimately,
and
how
the
many
SEC have their alliance, right? And here's what they're going to do. They're going to go to 16 in each one, and then their plan is our conference. And we're going to end up with 4 power. It's going to be a power 4 conferences. Like one of the conferences goes away as everybody disperses out of it. Like the Big 12 gets relegated to a group of 6 because now it's not that powerful of a conference. So we have 4 power conferences. Those conferences get their conference champion, their conference champion runner-up, and an at-large team, and they fuck over the group of 5 teams again. They get 3 teams in, and they screw the little guy. Boom! Suck it, Wiseguys, back in it, everybody. Here we go. This is how it's going to go. The Wiseguys pick the at-large team from each of the Power 4 conferences, and then it's just the conference champion and the conference runner-up that also gets in. I cracked it.
Holy shit.
I see you, college football. I see your game. I see the
Dude,
long
that's brilliant. That's brilliant. Think about it. You go 4 16-team conferences, right? You pull them out the way you just said. And then you could play for the bottom 2 slots in each conference with relegation, and that's how you make it feel like the smallest schools still have a shot to, claw their way to a top. But really, you're just making those dog shit games at the end of the year mean something because they could get promoted into the Power 4 conferences. Because I buy it all, Mike, except that there is no such thing as like a group of 6 or power. Who the fuck cares? It's going to be 4 mega conferences and then everyone else.
That's fair. Yeah, that's kind of what that's what it's going to come down to, right? Is 4 mega conferences. So then they're going to go 4 mega conferences. Each mega conference gets 3 teams in. There's your 12-team playoff, and you see left out in the dust once again.
I like it.
By the way, Matt Barr and all your colleagues, this one's for you.
Tiffy's, Matt Barr, and all of the veterans out there. craftbrewsports.com/beerbong. If you want to get drunk like a veteran, craftbrewsports.com/.
If you
beer
want like a veteran. Wow.
What?
They've also started their Christmas sales, by the way.
What?
To get one.
What I say?
Nothing. It was perfectly fine.
What I say besides truth bombs, because I've seen the memes posted in the Facebook group. It's nothing but like, hey, veterans, let's get fucked up. It's Veterans Day. I'm like, good for you guys. I love it.
No, I know, but I just there's also the stigma that post killing
I'm going
career.
for the joke, not for the dark.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway,
Hey, have you guys seen Dancing with the Stars lately? Whew, man,
No,
that's just compelling.
not ever.
isn't Iman Shumpert like killing it this year? That's all I've seen.
Actually, yeah, he is.
I've seen Twitter posts of him just like crushing it.
I don't know. The only thing I know about Dancing with the Stars is what JoJo Siwa and her partner put up on TikTok. So,
Wow.
Let's talk basketball, fellas.
what I do?
Nothing, man. Nothing. Let's talk basketball.
You know what?
Boom shakalaka!
Have you seen her hair? It's like rainbowy and shit. It's real impressive. Plus, like, she can dance like a motherfucker. Is there sound playing right now, Mike, or is it just fucking silent?
It's silence as you talk about fucking some little girl YouTube star.
Okay. You should check your facts, but that's fine. I was also talking about how her and her partner are doing amazing at like the tango and shit, but that's fine. We'll be uncultured. I get it. I know we got to play to our demographic and stay on brand. It's okay.
Okay. Drew, Tyson wants to know if you're letting the sideburns grow.
Yeah, so like I shaved all the other stuff, and usually the way I do it is that like I can shave by feel around here, and then this stuff over here I need an actual mirror to do, and I just didn't.
Didn't. Okay, fair enough. Anyways, let's talk basketball. I'll restart.
Boom shakalaka!
Did you guys see the?
Why didn't you let it play out?
I did let it play out.
Holy shit! That is the end of it.
It won't let me talk until the video ends. Do you want to see it again? Here.
Yeah, do it one more time.
I will not say anything at the end of this, and we'll just stare blankly at the screen.
Boom shakalaka!
All right, that time it worked. The other time, all I saw was the dude running up to the trampoline, and that's it. And then it cut to you saying dumb shit.
It did the same thing every time. That's your internet, bro. I blame you.
I swear to God, you come up my gig down, and I will get you. I will get you.
It's a you problem, Drew. Anyways,
whatever.
Did you guys see?
And she's 18, fucker.
Did you guys see Jokic going after fucking Marquise Morris? I don't know. Who was it with the Heat, Scott, that Jokic went after? Jokic?
One of the Morris twins? Marquez? I don't know. The one that stuck? Like, there's one
Marquise.
I was going to say there's one that sucks and is like not in the NBA, but like occasionally swaps out because nobody can tell the difference. I don't know. One of them got their ass beat.
I think it was Marquise. So Marquise fouls him hard.
Marquise?
And then Joker does not take too kindly to that. And as Morris is running down the court, Joker fucking hits him from behind, and like they had to bring out a stretcher. It was kind of scary. It was rough. But here's what I found amazing. There's two amazing things from what happened with this fight and this hard foul. So the Heat players, like 3 minutes afterwards, Jimmy Butler is on the court like, you want to take this outside? We'll finish this outside. It's like, shut the fuck up, Jimmy Butler. You're not going to do shit about that. You're a little
no NBA fight has ever ended outside. Not even the Malice in the Palace ended outside. So calm your ass down.
Yeah, because that shit ended on the hardwood, bro.
Right. Well, that's how they all end. That's why Jimmy was like saying, take it outside. It's like me, like at the schoolyard. It's like, oh, yeah, talk shit about your mama. Like, I'm just in the background. It's like, yeah, we can finish this outside. I mean, Jimmy might as well have been, yeah, we can finish this on the motherfucking moon. You want to go? I mean, you know, we're right in the crater. You see that bitch up there? We'll go right on the fucking moon. What is it?
Well, so besides Jimmy Butler and Tyson, thank you. He's never noticed my piercing blue eyes before. It's the blue shirt that brings him out. That's what happens there, Tyson. Anyways,
I don't know what that was.
I don't know either. It was weird. I'm sorry.
I don't know. Your Ogeron was coming out and
Tyson, you pregnant, man? I just, no big deal. Whatever. It is what it is. If he ain't, he ain't. But if he is, then more for me. You know what I'm saying? Double it up. It's my favorite kind of threesome. That's all I'm saying.
You know what? You know what my favorite kind of threesome would be is
a triple stuffed Oreo.
Oh my God, dude, is that a thing? Like, I don't know how to get to triple stuff. I know how to get to double stuff and like 4 times stuff, but triple is like
triple would just be you just get a regular Oreo and connect it with the double stuff. There you go. Boom. I do maths. Double stuff plus single stuff equals triple stuff, baby.
Yeah, that's what you get with that college degree situation, eh? I see what you're doing. No, what I want to hear is a threesome of Sherm, Mario, Coach O. I just want to hear them chop shit up.
That could be tough because I'm gonna feel very awkward in that threesome. It's just gonna be.
Hold on. What about a little FMK for those 3? Mario, Coach O, and who's your third in that threesome?
Me.
Yeah.
Oh, Mike. Oh, yeah. So yourself. So fuck, marry, kill yourself, Mario, and Coach O. Go.
I got this. I would marry Mario because he would take me on such fun adventures. Like, do you know all the things that we would see together? I'd fuck Mike. I like him. You know, I have a good time with that cat. And I'd kill Coach O because, like, honestly, I've wanted to for a while.
All right, Scott. I guess you gotta.
We can tell you're deep in thought over there.
I was prepared. I was like, I guess this is gonna come back to me, so I better be ready with my answer. I'm marrying Mike. I mean, for obvious reasons.
That's adorable.
Thanks, man.
Cheryl, don't feel bad at all.
I am fucking Coach O because I mean, have you heard the stories about him? Clearly, and I gotta kill Mario, but that's only because he's like I feel like fucking a cartoon or a pixelated man is just a little awkward. or marrying
Even a
one.
3D
Like, that's not
and
my
64 one.
Yeah, like as I'm saying, like I love Mario, but not in that way. So marry Mike, fuck Coach O, and kill Mario.
I've got the same, Scott, but for different reasons.
What?
I'm
You're
killing
marrying
Mario.
yourself.
Oh, there it is. Mike put.
I'm killing Mario because I can't stand that voice for too long. Like that's got to go. You got to get out of here. I am fucking Coach O because that tuna can, it's not going to hurt that. You're just going to be smushing again. It's not going to be bad. Like, it doesn't hurt. And I'm marrying myself because honestly, I've already had myself and it's not that great. So moving on to Coach O.
Now, wait. I was going to originally say, Mike, you got to put Tyson's comment up so we can touch on it. But now I want to actually backtrack and point out that Mike was the only one that did this as if he was going to get fucked by Coach O. Because I don't know about you, Scott, but if in a fantasy situation, I'm definitely the pitcher, not the fucking catcher.
I mean, it's whatever. I'd be like, I had it with Coach O. They'd be like, were you pitching or catching? I'd be like, I had it with Coach O.
Hang on a second.
Hang on.
Drew is trying to tell me that he is going to be the one, like he's going to go up to Coach O and Coach O is going to be like, man, I mean, you were fucking, and you're going to be like, all right, bend over. And Coach O's just going to take it. Get the fuck out of here, Drew.
Yeah, you're a power bottom in that situation, Drew.
Coach O is not letting you do anything to him. Coach O is doing the fucking. This is prison style. You going to try to take Coach O out? Go ahead, try. I dare you.
No, I'm not going to try. I will succeed. Are you fucking serious right now? Like, especially if you're leading the jail situation. Do you know the shit I would pull if I was in jail? Motherfucker, I'm stabbing people with every single thing I get my hands on. Like, I
feel like you finally got it correct. You just paused at the wrong moment. I will still suck. Seed. Like your emphasis was on the wrong part.
The camera wasn't on me because Scott said I would just suck, and it's like, when did I say the word "suck" in that sentence? And then he said, "Cina's like, oh, that's good. Yeah, okay, yeah,
Mighty says you're gonna be catching one thing or another.
Yeah, I'll be catching the charge, motherfucker, because I ain't going down like that."
Listen, it's Coach O. He's gonna come up to you. He's gonna sweet talk you. You're not gonna know what hit you. Next thing you know, your legs are over your head.
He can sweet talk me all he wants. I'm going to smack him in the face and tell him to give me his commissary, and that'll be it.
Thank you, Tyson's got it right. Coach O is a tender, caring lover. He is going to make you feel safe. He's going to make you feel good, and you are going to enjoy it, Drew.
Except for when you try to deny him, and he tells you that he traded all his cartons of cigarettes for that ass. And
so
you're gonna do it.
Are we still talking about sex, or are we talking about his recruiting practices?
We were never talking about anything other than sex.
I just feel like that's how he got his players. That's it.
That he fucked.
So then Joker's brothers come on Twitter because Marcus Morris tweets out,
Markeith.
No, Marcus Morris, Markeith's brother. Marcus Morris tweets out, he pushed him after when his back was turned, noted with a note-taking emoji. And then the Joker brothers joined Twitter.
I was going to say created a Twitter handle.
That's created a Twitter handle that's like at the Jokic brothers. Like it's literally like it was at first, like most people were like, this is fake, right? This isn't a real thing, but it was confirmed that it is them. And they were like, we'll see you in Miami. They are totally going to fight.
How do you get that blue check that quick? Fuck. That's
because
impressive.
It's confirmed that it's them. But anyways, did you guys see the picture after the game of the entire Heat team outside of the Denver locker room with like a security guard in between, like holding them back from going into the locker room and confronting Jokic about the incident on the court? Did anybody see that picture?
Yeah, I saw that staged ass picture. I was like,
yes,
cool.
thank you.
Like I said, that was the equivalent of somebody coming screaming, "Yeah, we can do this on the fucking moon. Let's go!" It's like this staged photo is supposed to put the fear into any fucking body. Like, come on.
I want to know, and here's how I know that photo was staged. You're 100% right, Scott, because Who took the picture from inside the Nuggets locker room and then leaked it out? Nobody. There were no Nuggets in that locker room when that picture was taken. That was 100%. They were like, hey, Waterboy, go stand in this room. We're going to prop open this door, and we're going to act like we're trying to get in the locker room. Take a picture. We're fucking tweeting it out. That's how this goes. Jimmy Butler is such a fraud. Listen, I've never been a big Miami Heat fan. Ever since LeBron went to Miami, I've never been a Miami Heat fan. But God, I hate him even more than I ever have after this. This was the biggest fraudulent bullshit, Heat culture shit I've ever seen in my life. I hope that the Jokic brothers destroy all of them. I want to see a fight in Miami the next time Denver plays against Miami, and I want the Jokic brothers fighting everybody. That's the only way this ends happily for me.
See, and that's the thing is that's why it's never going to happen. Because I can guarantee you none of those guys on that Heat team are idiots enough to fight the Jokic brothers. Where are they from?
Serbia.
Yeah. You don't fuck with Europeans about this kind of shit. They will fuck you up without batting an eyelash.
I bet you Udonis Haslem would try to fight him. He wouldn't win, but he would try.
Yeah, but isn't he from like the Virgin Islands or something?
I don't know where Haslem's from.
All I'm saying is, like, look, in those kinds of countries, like, it's a whole different kind of hood. Like, it's just a whole different kind of situation. But what I really want to know...
Wait. Where did you just ask about where Udonis Haslem was from?
Virgin Islands?
Go ahead.
Look, I understand that Georgia does technically have Atlantic Ocean coastline. I figured that part out. Oh, now I'm gonna Google it, Scott. You're making me feel all self-conscious.
Yeah, because I'm like, he's 100% American. Like Virgin Islands. Like, what are you?
Isn't that U.S. territory though? That counts, right? You're still American. Born
like he was born in Florida. Like,
really?
Yes. Like,
this is you said it. I was like, wait, what? Florida is the closest state to the U.S. Virgin Islands. So
it's kind of like he was born there. You're right.
It's basically the same as the Hamptons. Like Drew it's that close proximity. Close enough. Virgin Islands.
I was going to say,
it's not Martha's Vineyard. You're right.
The Virgin Islands and Florida are closer than Western New York and the fucking Hamptons.
Oh, man. I feel bad now because, like, I always thought
You always thought Udonis Haslem was a foreigner, yeah.
No. Yeah, because he started playing ball in France. That's what it was. That's what threw me off.
Oh, good save, Drew. Good save. It did not save you from this, though.
Race card.
Whatever.
Dealt. It's been dealt, my friend.
From the bottom of the deck, baby.
I mean, how else would you deal, right? Like, that's the way to go about it.
Drew, listen, hang on real quick. I got a quick golf story for you guys. Hang on 1 second.
Playing a game of whack fuck here. Whack.
I got my clubs regripped. I'm all ready for next season. Let's talk soccer real fast.
No! You're an asshole. I wasn't done with that story. Scott, would you take
you need
Jokic?
Basketball? You got to go basketball again? Okay, let's go back to basketball.
Boom shakalaka!
But then I'm also going to lead into Scott doing that hockey.
Am I?
Okay, I'll wait for that. Go ahead. Go ahead. Basketball first.
Oh, you're not going to click the button?
No, I'm waiting for basketball.
Scott, would you take Jokic, whatever, that dude on your team skating the blue line?
Hell yeah. Are you kidding me?
Hang on. Scott, don't answer that. I didn't realize that was the question. I didn't realize you were literally going into hockey with that question. So this is a basketball hockey question.
Basketball.
Okay, I got you.
Boom shakalaka!
But hey, as they say in hockey, let's do that hockey.
Would Joker be your blue line skater, Scott?
100%. Did you see how he clubbed that motherfucker? Like, I want my goon back there just clubbing bitches that ain't looking. Hell yeah.
Joker is 100% an enforcer, like a goon.
Yeah, absolutely,
without a doubt.
That was
if he plays hockey, he's missing at least 4 teeth. And he's just
Easily.
skating around back there waiting to check somebody.
So actually, no, I don't think that's necessarily true. I don't think he's super goon. I think he's more of like a Zdeno Chara role because I feel like he doesn't have to throw his weight around like that because you see him on the ice and you're like, yeah, that's enough.
Scott,
Like,
is that a good comparison? Is Joker Zendaya Cheerio?
Zendaya Cheerio.
or is he like more of a multi-green Cheerio?
We should have went with Zendaya Cheerio. Oh shit!
They do that hockey.
But hey, as they say in hockey, let's do that hockey.
Wait, Mike. Now that we've gotten around to this, we're not done with hockey because the other night.
Okay, let's go back to do that hockey.
But hey, as they say in hockey, let's do that hockey.
So the other night, and I don't know if anyone remembers, but my wife and I are in a fantasy hockey league, and she was looking at the waiver wire, and she asked me, she goes, "Hey, how is this guy Churro?" And I was like, "What?" And she's like, "How is this guy Churro? He's got a couple good nights, and Z something." I was like, "Oh, Zdeno Chara? Yeah, that's that guy from Boston."
Zendaya Cheerio.
Zendaya Cheerio, yeah.
Zendaya Cheerio.
But I feel like what would really be great is if Cheerios made a Cheerio cereal.
Whoa.
I'd buy that shit.
That sounds delicious, actually. I'm
Right?
kind of okay with that. Scott, Tyson says your beard is looking pretty woolly.
Yeah, I mean, playoffs, baby. You don't shave. You don't shave the beard.
Didn't you guys win? Like, isn't it time for it?
Right, you still have a playoff beard.
I haven't shaved it yet. I mean, I got I got things. I got Friendsgiving this weekend. It'll be shaved. Jesus Christ! Get off my back, Mom. Fuck.
Hey, Drew.
Wait, so what you're saying is
because we're running surprisingly, we're running late on time, but I want to talk soccer real quick. Hang on. How bad are the U.S. men going to get beat tomorrow by Mexico here in Cincinnati?
it's gonna be
4-2 Mexico.
It's gonna be a 1-0 trash game. It's gonna be sloppy. It's gonna be gross. The MLS teams have been winding down their season and gearing up for the playoffs. Over in Europe, they're right in the throes of their season, so it's a weird time to play this match. But at the same time, they've had a week to train together. But also, the weather's shitty as fuck here in Cincinnati, so I don't know. It's gonna be not good.
Okay, and then real quick before we leave, quick baseball.
Here's the pitch. Oh shit!
Scott
Boras ass. Like, seriously, just when Scott Boras got off my radar, you know how something happens and you kind of just let it go, old beef, or just I had forgotten how much I hated Scott Boras, and then with red hot passion, he brought it all back this week, trying to accuse the Braves of winning the World Series because other teams tank. Get the fuck out of my face with this shit.
Why would you
I
let
love
old
Scott
beef
Boras
go?
for that. I love that he is just like
Boras.
I got to give a shout out to Kevin because Kevin from
Waymeyer?
Corner Booth and Tailgate, Kevin from Corner Booth and Tailgate on the Quad. He was the one that pointed out in the group. He was like, I checked and there are no Scott Boras clients on the Braves, so this is just Scott Boras being pissed that none of his clients won a World Series. I love this.
They also haven't dealt with a Scott Boras.
Petty, though. As the captain of Team Petty, Scott, you have to respect this Petty, right? You do. You've got to respect the Petty. Yeah.
Well, okay, here's the thing, because he actually, the Braves just happened to be the team that did it. He was literally just saying, hey, it's bullshit that teams can come into the year and tank. My problem with what the hell he's saying is, one, he sucks, so he shouldn't be the messenger. And two, the assets that, were traded off, his fucking clients went to the teams that you would expect. Scherzer and fucking Turner went to LA and they lost. All of the guys that he gets, he's just fucking mad because the Braves haven't dealt with his ass in over a decade now. That's really what I think. The last Scott Boras client, legit Scott Boras client, was Andrew Jones. And in the prime of his career, he's the only Brave that they're just yeah, you can go. They just don't fuck with Scott Boras, and he's a bitter ass man about it. I'm perfectly fine with it because fuck
Drew. Drew, do you have any idea who Andrew Jones is?
Wait, you mean like the Brave Slugger from the 90s?
Yes, Andrew Chipper Jones. That's it. Let's talk about these beers that we're drinking this week. Scott, what was in your mug?
Fuck you. I know who Andrew spelled with a U Jones is, motherfucker.
Wow. He just served you.
Whoa, I am shocked at that one, Drew. That was well done. Let's talk about these beers that we're drinking. Scott, rate your beer on the scale from Wednesday to Thursday.
I was drinking Replacement Killer Pumpkin Ale. I said it was interesting at the beginning of the show. A Wednesday at 5, when things are just starting to feel good. I'm going to go Wednesday at 8. This is fucking delicious. This beer is solid. Like, look, I'm not going to put it in the upper echelons of pumpkin beers. Like, it doesn't reach the highest tier. But if we're just going off a 1 through 10 scale, this is a solid 8. I like this fucking beer. And the interesting moniker stays. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's just fucking good.
More pumpkin or more pumpkin pie?
More pumpkin, but like this weird like sweetness to it that doesn't suggest pumpkin pie. But again, it's just like interesting. Like I don't know how to describe it. I'm not even trying to be funny. I really do think that fucking caramelized brown sugar is what switches it up, because usually in these pumpkin beers it's just vanilla and the pumpkin spices, and they kind of just let that do its thing. But I think the brown sugar changes it just enough that it's like, damn, that's an interesting flavor there. I like it.
All right, I dig it. Drew, what were you drinking? Rate it from Wednesday to Thursday, but do it in a British accent.
Well, so I have a question for Scott first.
British accent.
British
accent.
I tried. It ain't getting there.
British.
Scott, were any of your pumpkin beers, did they have any cinnamon in them?
British accent.
They all had cinnamon pretty much, I think. Like they all did. It's like cinnamon and nutmeg is like the cornerstone of pumpkin spice. All right,
Pass.
Mike, what were you drinking?
No, come back. Actually, I had something for it, but then what?
Go. British accent.
Stop that shit. I can't fucking do it for the life of me. I wish I could. There's a mental block, and like I'm not gonna say I practice it because I'm not fucking admitting it. But
do it like Mario.
No, I can't do it either. I can't. When I start drinking on this show and then you tell me to do an accent, I can't fucking do it.
Like Mickey Mouse.
Like,
oh boy! Come on, Drew. You got it. You fucking got it. Come on.
No, not wasting my time. So this beer was a combination of a couple days for me. The beer itself was a Saturday morning when like you wake up, the whole day's in front of you. You have the weekend.
From Wednesday to Thursday, but go ahead.
I couldn't understand the first part of that, so fine. But this beer was amazing. It tasted delicious. It was really light, which I kind of was surprised about. It had an amazing smell to it, though, as that you tipped that cup up and started to drink. You got the full flavor through your nostrils as you sipped it down the back of your throat. So top notch beer. It would be a Saturday morning, except that during the course of the show, it's really more like a Monday where it could have been good, it could have been bad, but basically 36 hours later, I forget it happened. So
read Tyson's comment. That's kind of a British accent. If you read that comment, you'll be doing kind of a British accent.
No, that's the worst fucking part is I can do a British accent as good as anyone thinks they can, but when you guys put me on the spot, it all goes out the way. Don't do it for me, Mike. I can get there.
Do it.
Oi, governor, it's all 6s and 7s, you know.
Yes,
it's a dawn on. See, that's the problem. I need a seed. Yes. I need someone to start me up. Because I'll tell you what, this was a right, proper beverage. Yeah, it was a very solid brew. And I had a great time with it.
I don't know what happened.
I don't know. Like I don't know what that was. Your accent went from English to whatever.
It's a right, proper beverage, and it's really delicious. And I enjoyed it very much.
Well, no, I started.
And I like it, man.
Give me the rhythm. Give me the rhyme. Something else. It's bobsled time.
I don't know why Whitey said holy shit. I don't know where that comment came in, but we did something that made Whitey say holy shit. So that's impressive.
That's pretty impressive. The man that puts a finger blast on the
from Four Noses, and It's a really good beer. I like this one a lot. Tyson said, "Okay, now make him stop." We got him. Tyson, we're coming. Oh,
This is all
it was the
fault.
Mickey impression that had Whitey say, "Holy shit!"
The Mickey from the Mick.
Yeah.
You know who my favorite Mickey is? The one in South Park that beats the shit out of the Jonas Brothers.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I
used to, Whitey, I'll send you a message. I used to do an impression, and maybe I'll do it in a post show, and that might be the only thing in the post show. I used to do an impression of Mickey getting a blowjob, and it was my favorite imprestion that I've ever done in my life. Anyways, I was drinking Galactic Tiki Bar from Four Noses.
You know what it's like to get a blowjob?
Haha, tickle the tape.
Scene. Call it. Oh, I peed myself a little bit. I need to go change my pants. God damn.
Oh God.
Well, fellas, damn good show.
It's been a Thursday night. Happy Wednesday to everybody.
You know what the best part is that I know this show is not going to be what gets us canceled because the FCC looks for us on Wednesdays.
Oh God.
This has been damn fun. This was a super fun time. Last week's post show where you guys talked about time travel might have been my favorite thing ever on the show.
Oh God, that time you released that?
I put it out there. That's a good one.
Good. Yeah.
I got alien
Was I
tape
there?
for this week. We could talk aliens after the show if you guys want to.
Let's do
This
that.
has been super fun. Really ridiculous show. But thank you guys for tuning in. It was a ton of fun, and thank you for the comments and all the support. Be sure to follow the show at Craft Beef Sports on Twitter and Instagram. You can like the show on Facebook, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe, rate, and review wherever you get your podcasts. It helps more than you know, so help us out. Also, be sure to subscribe and review to all the Belly Up Sports podcasts on the Belly Up Sports Podcast Network. Shout out Belly Up Sports. Go to bellyupsports.com. Tons of great content that gets put out there constantly. The writers are amazing over there. So go hit them up, bellyupsports.com. We will see you all next week, hopefully at a regular time on Wednesday. But if not, these Thirsty Thursdays are a damn good time of drunken ridiculousness. We will see you all next week. The streak continues. Cheers, everybody.
Love you, Cheryl. Tickle the tape.
Why do we ever do show prep?